Hi, I'm Michelle, and I just wanted to pop on here in the middle of a thunderstorm to say, listen, your high functioning fatigue is so easy to ignore. Why? Because you're not in bed. You're not laying on the couch. You're not unable to do and move and work and think. You're showing up. You're running the business. You are leading the team. You are leading the women's ministry classes. You are taking the calls. You are planning meals and planning parties, retirement parties, and birthday parties. You're doing the thing, right? But your brain is foggy, you're having harder recall, your energy is gone, you're waking up exhausted, and somewhere underneath all of that functioning is maybe a quiet thought that you've not said out loud. Because I know I kept it to myself for a long time. Maybe you're thinking, how long can I keep this up? I can't keep feeling like this forever. Have you ever thought that? That is why I want to invite you into a conversation that we are having August 25th. Because here's the thing, pushing through works until it doesn't. Ask me how I know. So, this conversation is going to be fire. I'm actually going to put the link here in the chat so that you can grab that as you are watching this. Pushing through, I used to be, and I can still fall to this mindset of push through. Just push through, got to get it done, right? If I don't do it, nobody else will. I got to push through. It works until it doesn't, right? And I believe one of the deep down quiet fears that women in this midlife season are carrying silently is what is this? What I've built, my life, what is this going to turn into if I keep ignoring it? What is my health going to turn into if I keep ignoring it? This life I built, what is going to happen to it if the way I feel keeps getting worse and worse and worse? What do I do then? What happens with my ability to think and process and lead? What happens to me enjoying my family and having joy again? And what happens to showing up for the calling that God has placed on my life that I love so much? What happens if this exhaustion I feel, this hard, hard, harder time to recall and think through, what if that turns into something else, something deeper? How much longer can I keep covering up the fact that I don't feel like myself or I'm not as sharp? I am not interested in creating fear around your symptoms. That is not what I'm here for. And we are not here to create a label. But I'm also not interested in teaching women to dismiss what their bodies are already telling them, because our bodies were brilliantly designed, full of wisdom, and our bodies are giving us signals all the time. So consider, what if exhaustion is not something you simply have to normalize? What if the goal is not simply just to push through another afternoon and do it all over again the next day? What if you could begin understanding your own personal body patterns, what your body is telling you, asking better questions, becoming a more confident advocate for your health? Imagine finishing your day. Walk with me through your afternoon, you're driving home, you actually have the energy at 6 p.m. to either go out to dinner with your hubby or to cook together in the kitchen with music playing, and he spins you around in the middle of the floor while you're stirring the pasta. Imagine a scenario where you're not plopping on the couch completely drained from your workday. You have enough energy to enjoy your family. You have enough understanding to stop jumping from one wellness recommendation to the next. Women's wellness is loud, overbearing, noisy, and it's overwhelming. You have the ability to have this kind of life, not because life is all of a sudden perfect, but because you're no longer blindly throwing the proverbial spaghetti at the wall and hoping something sticks. This is the thing that's going to work for me. So join me on August 25th for a new conversation with Stop Normalizing Exhaustion. This is going to be a private live Zoom room for the woman who is still functioning, but knows functioning is not the same as feeling well or flourishing, really. The Bible talks about flourishing. So we are going to have a better, deeper conversation about exhaustion. We are going to talk about what happens when we stop automatically explaining everything away as stress, as my hormones, as it's just my busy season, as I'm just getting older, it's menopause, perimenopause. My mom used to feel this way, all the excuses, right? It's not something you simply have to accept. I promise you that. And more importantly, I'm going to help you begin to ask better questions and just of yourself even, and begin paying attention to the patterns that your body has been trying to show you all along. Because make no mistake, there's a point when pushing through stops being resilient. It stops giving you the result that you're looking for. Your body can only stay in high alert for so long. Your body, my body, needs to feel safe and secure in order to heal and recover. It is the part of the brilliance that God designed our body with. And I especially want to tell you real quick about the VIP option because, listen, this is where we get to do the practical work together. With VIP, after the masterclass, we keep going for an additional hour, a live VIP power hour. We are going to slow down. I'm going to answer your questions in real time that begin coming up once you begin seeing your own patterns. So it's an extension of the first hour, and you will be getting a treasured wellness strategy guide that can walk you through all of this. So what you're recognizing doesn't simply just become pages of notes in a notebook. How many notebooks do you have? I have so many notebooks that you never return to or you don't remember where you put it. This strategy guide is fillable so that you can type in as we go, or you can print it out. And you get lifetime access to the replay. And this is amazing. You are getting the Whole Health Journal. So this intentionality does not end when we say goodnight. Because accountability begins with honesty. And you cannot be honest about what your body is doing if you haven't been paying attention to it, or if you're not understanding the signals it's giving you. And so the Whole Health Journal gives you the tools to do exactly that. It is a guided tool that will help you notice the signals, the patterns, recognize those patterns, and so you can steward your health one focus at a time. We can't steward what we are unwilling to notice. If you or I started tracking our sleep, our energy, our mental clarity, our emotional state, our stress load for 30 days, instead of simply saying, I'm so tired, but I have to deal with it. It's just my age. It's just my season. What might we begin to see that we simply can't see when we're just moving on autopilot from one demanding day to the next? So be sure that you sign up for VIP. This is a powerful extra hour. And listen, you do not have to, I don't like to use the word hate. You don't have to dislike your life that you have worked so hard to build to know that something needs to change. You can love your family deeply, madly. You can absolutely adore the business that you have created. You can love the work that God has placed on your heart, and you can still admit that the way you are feeling right now is affecting all of it, because make no mistake, it is. It's affecting everything, every part of your health and life. So I don't want you to wait until your body gets so loud because it starts whispering and then it ends up screaming. And before you know it, you are like flat on your back because your body says no more. We don't want that. We don't want to get there. We do not want to get to burnout. Absolutely not. So start by this first step. Join me August 25th at 7 p.m. Eastern. Let's have a better conversation about your health. And I would especially encourage you to join the VIP room so you can stay in the conversation and begin putting what you discover into practice. I hope to see you there. I am going to hop off now because of the storm. And so message me if you have any questions. All right, bye.